Kanya wakpatikawatia. We invite our highest selves. We invite our souls to this party. We invite our consciousness to this party. We invite all the parts that um, want or need to come back a little closer to home in our hearts to this party time right now. And we invite the beings who love us so very much to share with us as we acknowledge ourselves as forces of light and them as forces of light. We all are forces of light. And there is a very distinguished God presence that's made available when two or more join in the name of God. You know that saying from the Bible. And when so this is Mother Mary and others. They're just diving right in. When you acknowledge yourselves as a force of God, as a particle of God, if you will, a fragment, or in any way that just acknowledging I am God, goddess in form. I come from that God that is all loving and the source of all. When when you come together as you are today in the knowing that you are God, imagine the forces of light that simultaneously occur because two or more self-respecting ones are unifying your fields, their fields. And this is precisely what makes the flower of life sacred geometry so very, 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 very powerful. As you know, the flower of life is a very harmonized series of concentric circles that's limitless and represents the Christed consciousness, because that is who we all are as well. It's one and the same. You can call it what you wish to call it. The Christed consciousness is a vibrational field that carries um, the lineage of so many souls who've been working on this planet together for since time immemorial to weave in the definitive highest quotient of light on the planet. And that has gone up and down, up and down, up and down over centuries and indeed eons in the history of this planet. You are now in a time of interweaving those vibrations of God self into your systems and your awareness, and consequently it pours out through you into the myriad places you touch, the myriad other beings you touch, the myriad plants and animals and trees you touch. It's a form of your contribution as you also receive from others and from nature. And we wish to acknowledge this shared, you could call it shared gifting, or you could call it responsibility. We would say shared gifting of unification through your field. And the quickest way to unification is to know thyself. And knowing thyself as God is the highest form of self-respect and self-love in the sense of self-knowing. So consider that next time you are pondering how much you love the earth, how much you love God, how much you love yourselves. Is it coming from this place of, I love myself and all of this so much that I'm willing to acknowledge the forces of light that I am, that we all are, the creation of God, Goddess, Mother, Father, God, the source of all beingness. That's simply an introductory reminder to continue becoming, continue beaming into the depth of yourself, the truest truth of yourself. And you all are magnificent in your accomplishments of that, and in your, we could say striving, but in your allowance and acceptance of that now, where you no longer need mercy. Mercy is no longer part of the picture where it used to be. It used to be seen as a merciful act to do something like this. Now you're making it the normal for the human consciousness, the human condition, to know herself or himself as not only a soul, not only a spirit in a body, but God in human form. And so this transmission is intended to ignite the candle within each of us more, to create more and more independence from the old, that which we used to feel was outside of ourselves, especially the higher self. The higher self is coming into a unique bond with your beingness at this moment, and we'd like to focus your attention and the energy assistance on the merging and convergence of the what is perceived as the higher self, but known to us more vividly as the true self of soul of God, that is embodying further and further and further into the experiences that you're having. So with that, allow the strengthening of your bond within yourselves to know yourselves more deeply, to flourish at this time. And we will guide you in a few transmissions for this. Ka tianawa a tiananawa. The spirit within is anchoring in such a deep and precise way that there soon enough will be no separation between the knowing of yourselves and the knowing of all. And each one of you has had indeed at least some experience with that feeling, that blissful feeling of oneness, that you are part of the entire universe. That's going to become more and more normal as the months, but also the years move along on this planet that is expanding and ascending and growing in consciousness through the experiences of one individual at a time. But what if you can sink into that a little more deeply at this moment, and not just pretend, but really feel that you are completely one with everything that you know, everything that surrounds you, everything that you know in your head, every person, even those who you don't necessarily care for, or experiences that you might not care for. That's what we want to bring into full consciousness at this time through a guided meditation, if you will, with Mary Magdalene at the center of this circle, bringing the codes of oneness into completion in certain terms within you. So, if you will, soften your body, soften into where you are seated or lying, and allow your body to melt in a way that feels like a relaxation, a loosening of all control, any control, a allowing of muscles and bones and your structure to really soften into a position of just beingness, just pure being, yourself. And allow the melting to continue into the room or space that you're in, where there are objects, there might be other individuals or animals, whatever there is in your surroundings. What if you can melt into complete connection with the space and the things in the space that you're in, right here on the earth? This is about grounding in to the oneness with everything that you know that surrounds you, that is actually in you as well. So feel into that there's complete connection with these objects, these things, these beings, the plants, whatever there is. Complete connection. We'd rather use that term than saying no separation. Complete connection is what we're calling forward. And then as you deepen into your body, expand out into beyond the space that you're in. Perhaps the other rooms, if there are other rooms where you are, or other buildings nearby. Start to expand in the immediate vicinity, feeling complete connection with the objects, with people that might be there, with grass, with trees, with birds and bees, hummingbirds. You see, you have the opportunity to perceive yourself as this complete connection, holding in your field, expanding your field to contain everything around you. Go further to other buildings, to cars, to other people, to trees. Maybe there's a body of water near you or a park near you, a favorite place. And expand that complete connection with everything you know. And then let yourself melt out even further to encompass the whole city area you're in and the whole state or county, and then eventually the country, and then eventually just wrapping around the world. Once you've done it with such close proximity, it's fairly simple to connect as having a very concrete connection with the entire world without any details. Complete connection. In this way, you might start to feel that you're a person seated atop the earth and your energy is wrapped around the earth, and there's nothing but complete connection with everything going on, whatever's going on in any country, in any city, in any person. And you're doing this from your God-knowing God self. So notice what the feeling is like as you do this. How does it feel to place yourself in complete connection? Notice this is without any judgment. It's simply being light, God, self in harmony. We bring this to you at this time because it might be even more utilitarian and helpful to begin to perceive yourself like this than to perceive yourself as a singular human, in a room where you may or may not be alone, but not connected. You see how if you perceive yourself as one of the whole, one with the whole, and you know that all the others are too, you're not even ever alone in this connection. And that's what this ability is, what you carry now. The potentiality to become expressed as this all the time is here for you. To walk in oneness with all. And we dare say, stop feeling the pain of what it is not to be in oneness. The pain of feeling separation in any form. And that's what we're proposing, that you might start to gift yourself, you forces of light, more and more, is your connection, your true connection with all of it. And it is helpful, it is true that it helps the journey when you are experiencing life in different ways, and you come across something so delightful, it is helpful to say things like, oh, this is a gift to me from me because we're all one. Oh, I laid this out for myself through you because we're all one. You are me, I am you. When you can start to feel the connection, you realize what it really means that you actually do call upon yourself through others who reflect you, who give you what you're needing or desiring, who show you the way, who help you navigate instantaneously in many ways, because there's such deep connection. But what we mostly want to say is the ability to delight in saying, oh, this is all here for me, because I'm here for all of it, and I'm here for all of this that I'm connected to as well. It's a mutual sharing of the experience. It's not even give and take as much as it is sharing this experience of togetherness through connection, where you want just as much for everybody else as for yourself. And so do they. That's going to be transforming on this planet, where currently there's quite a bit of opposition to this notion playing out with respect to who has what, who is what. And that is a contrast meant to help you sharpen your focus and say, oh, no, that's not really my truth. That's not what I will focus on. I focus on the complete connection with all of it. It's all God. We are all God. So we will encourage you to start to practice this in this form or another more and more and more, and see through the eyes of yourself as God. See through eyes of pure love for all that is. See through eyes of oneness. And start to notice what happens within you, within your situation, within your world, as you're within your universe, even as you experience this more and more and more and more. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light that we are, that I am. You might say that to yourself internally now, and anchor that in some more, and use that even as an introduction to this kind of meditation or coming into oneness. And so I do acknowledge the force of light that I am. Play with it. Whatever tools of words help you, go for it. Go for them. You can say, I am that I am. I am all of this, and this is all of me. I am God. I am oneness. Oneness is me. You're all using your own vernacular in different ways, and play with it. But the fundamental core is that you know who you are. And so even saying, I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. I know what I am. That's a very anchoring statement and especially when you embody it. So try that. I know who I am. I know what I am. And so it is. And I am a force of light, and so are you, and so are we all. We're all just forces of light. This has been a transmission of each and every one of the true selves of who are participating live or in the recording. It's a co-creation of complete oneness, and we all have participated in creating this, and that's how this consciousness is continuing to spread through the human experience. That's how it works. And so it is. Thank you all for co-creating with us. This is the guide, the beings that surround us, because they're experiencing the same through us, and we are experiencing the same through them. There is complete connection. So we all will continue to strengthen this within ourselves in myriad ways, and be shown also by our true selves and our beloveds who walk with us. For this is the start of a new generation of being, and not just today, but this time. A new generation of awareness and being is co-created through these experiences. And so it is. Thank you all. Thank you so much.